Superstar J, taking over the airwaves.
On Shade 45 Sirius Satellite Radio.
You know what it is, Superstar J, VIP Saturdays. Got the homie in the building. Joyner Lucas, what's up, brother? How you been?
Good, Brody. How you feeling? Good?
I'm chilling, man. You know, you always mellowed out, man. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm chilling.
Man, so what's going on, man? You got the new record with J. Cole. How did that come about?
Yeah, man. J. Cole, he reached out to me to, direct a music video for him. And from there, we just, we built a relationship. And I played him a couple records, and, that's the one that he wanted to jump on. So that's the one that we did.
Oh, wow. So you played him a couple records. He wanted to jump on that.
Yeah, but I actually sent him Ramen and OJ, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. So with these records, you've been doing a lot of these records, and I'm just looking like, when are you gonna make one of these songs and turn into a real movie?
Movie joint?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into that. I think it's a timing thing, but I'm gonna definitely get into that. So the script has to be right though. It just can't be just a random movie. It has to be about something. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about you writing the movie. You know what I mean? Your songs are so detailed out.
Every time you drop a project, it's really like a movie. Every project that you ever drop, like a video, is always like a movie. And I just wanted to know, what's your thought process when creating, like when you're, as far as like picking the artist and picking the visual for the video? How does that come about?
Sometimes I go into it thinking video first approach. I already got the video in my head when I'm writing the song, so it's already done. By the time the song is done, the video is really done too, because I know exactly what I got to do when I go and shoot it. 20% of the time, it'll be a joint that I just record and I think about what I'm gonna do for the video after. But that's really how I go, for sure. I think I'm starting to get more now into, a lot of the music videos are real deep and intricate and like real thought out. And that's cool, but I think I'm starting to get more into now doing a little bit, just doing swag shit, just regular shit where I can drop more content and not have to get so detailed all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. So let's introduce that.
Yo, this next joint up, it's called Your Heart. Joint you already know.
You know what it is, Superstar J VIP Saturdays. The homie Joyner Lucas is still in the building. Now, I gotta ask you, you done had it. Who's next on your bucket list to do a collab with, man? You done got Will Smith to get in his bag. Will kick some bars with you. You know what I mean? You done did J. Cole, put him in in a record with Your Heart. I feel like if you ever heard the record with him and Mike Epps, I felt like J. Cole, that was right up his alley with Your Heart.
You said Mike Epps and J. Cole did a record together?
They did it. He grabbed a skit from Mike Epps. It's on one of his albums.
Oh, okay.
He talk about married women, like about him getting married.
I feel like I heard that. I heard that before. I just don't know what song it was for.
Yeah, I'm gonna look the record up. That's one of my favorite records. But it's a skit from one of his comedy shows. He talking about how married men go out and they chilling. And then when he ain't around his wife, he's like, "Yo, man, where's the bitches?" You know what I mean? It's a big record.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember exactly what skit you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That record, it Your Heart, like, kind of relates with that same type of record he did.
Yeah, for sure.
So who would be on your bucket list to do a record next? I could see a Joyner Lucas and Hov record, man.
That would be awesome, but I mean, I feel like Jay-Z, he doesn't really get on everybody's shit like that. So he's like more of a relationship based type of thing with Jay-Z. You know what I mean? You got a relationship with him, he'll jump on your shit. Apart from that, he doesn't really do too many records anymore. So I mean, maybe it'll happen in the future. You know what I mean? But I mean, as far as anybody else, word on it. I don't ever be like, yo, I'm gonna make a song with such and such, and then do the record like that, you know. So I think I've done that a few times, but I think I like to just be organic and then just let, you know, whoever I hear on it just come and just do it, you know.
Definitely. I think Hov is a real fan of lyrics and lyricists, and I think that he has popped in a couple of Joyner Lucas records. So I think you definitely on the radar on that.
Sure.
That definitely was my next question. Like, is there any artists that you feel you haven't connected with that you hoping to get into connections with later on in the future? Like, as far as like the Jay-Z's and Nas's and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. You know, you got your, you know, your obvious ones, you know, your JV and Nas and Kendricks, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like that, but I don't really like to, like, I don't know. I kind of just, I feel like when you just do you, all that's it comes, you know what I'm saying?
It comes to you.
Right, versus going out and trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to seek it. I used to do that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to go out and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to purposely try to go look for, you know, people to work with. And it's like, I don't want to do that shit no more. I'd rather it just come. Pause.
Right. You Grammy nominated. They got to come to you. That's a big congrats, by the way, on that, being Grammy nominated that year that you were.
I appreciate it.
What was that feeling like, getting that call?
I felt like the underdog, man. Like, I was going through a lot that year, so being Grammy nominated was fire, you know what I mean? But I also felt like if I wasn't Grammy nominated, then that would have been whack.
Facts. Because you dropped a hard project that got you that. So I feel like it shook the room.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. What was it like? Because I always wanted to ask you this question. When I first saw that clip when it went viral on social media, I always want to say, if I ever get a chance to talk to this, I want to ask him the thought process of making that song, I'm Not a Racist, like, and then coming up with the concept of that. Did you know, you knew that was going to shake the room, but did you think it was going to shake the room like how it did?
I had a conversation with DMX. First time I met DMX, I had a long conversation with him. And I just felt inspired after that conversation to have to kind of create my own way, do my own thing, and not to rely and depend on the labels to do anything for you. So after that, I just wrote a long list down of different concepts and shit that I can go with that was going to shake the room. That one was the first concept that I went with out of the many concepts that I had that was going to shake the room. And I just perfectly crafted that record to do exactly what it was going to do, and it did just that.
Big record. I'm gonna introduce that record. I want to get into that record by Joyner Lucas. You know what it is, Superstar J VIP Saturday. Joyner Lucas still in the building. Now, one of my favorite records is You and Rick Ross. Love that record. Love that project. What are we looking forward to the next project? Who we gonna have on there? Or I know sometimes you don't even want to let no people know.
Honestly, I haven't even started working on the next project. I just been kind of just
dropping singles.
Dropping singles, bro. Like until it gets to a point of where it's like I have to, like, too many people. It's like in demand, you know. When it becomes in demand, too many people that want to hear an album, then I'll drop an album or start it. But for now, I'm just kind of just doing me, just dropping records and, you know, singles, and, you know, it gives a chance for people to digest each joint one by one.
Speaking of singles, I want to speak about the one with you and Lil Baby, Ramen and OJ.
Yeah.
I felt like that intro. I never connected so much to a quote in the intro and day of my life. Besides when Lil Baby said, "I'm tired of being tired," but I got needs. I need money. Like, I need to breathe. We all got to win. We all starting from the bottom, being where we are now, and what we got to get to in our future. So I feel like that was the transition I was going with the song, right?
Again, I created Ramen and OJ, and I said Lil Baby would sound fire on this. And I reached out to him. He was already like a fan. He's already jumped on Twitter a few times before then and shouted me out and shit. I never met him or talked to him, but I already knew the door was open. So, you know, I just reached out to him and, you know, he told me to send him the record and I sent it to him and then he knocked that shit out like the next, probably the same day or next day. And then after that, it was 2 weeks later, we shot the video. I was out in Atlanta, but he from out here. We shot the video on his hood and, you know what I'm saying? It was fire. It was dope.
Definitely a dope video.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you know taking your time, you know, sitting down with us. I got one more question. Just the climate of the music right now. You know, how does it feel like that you can do whatever? Like you said, when the fans want the album, they can get the album. I'm just dropping singles. How do you feel like, you know, feeling good that you're independent now, you can do whatever you want, and it's really based about people liking the music and your fan base?
I think that dropping the music when I want to drop it is the highlight for me. You know, being with a label, you know, there's so many people that want to say and haven't said. So many different people that want to tell you when to drop and how to drop, and everybody has opinions. And, you know, I think that one thing I learned about myself, you know, when I was with a label is that, you know, label have certain protocol that they just go by a certain protocol, and kind of like a one size fits all situation, you know. And with me, the one size fits all technique didn't work because I work in real time. And I think that being able to just drop music when I want to versus drop when I had to, and drop when somebody told me to, or drop, have to beg to drop, but I can't drop because this person's dropping this stupid shit. Now I could dictate when I want to drop my own shit. And I think that freedom to be able to drop your own music when you want, have the rollout that you want, that you pick and choose, and you don't got a million people telling you how to do it and what they think they should do or what you think. Like all of that shit, like I can't do it. I have too much control over, you know, my own shit to just let somebody come in and just dictate what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that work at the labels, they clock in and then they go home at 5 o'clock. You know, so at the end of the day, they only gonna go so hard for you, pause. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them are not really getting a stake in it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the teams, a lot of the teams involved in the label, you know, you got certain teams within the label, but they not getting no extra, you know, a little extra check off of each artist. They go on, they get a salary, they go to work, they clock out. But those are the people that this shit don't make no sense to me. So at the end of the day, it's being free and being able to drop when I want and how I want, when I want, and make my own decisions and, you know, do what I do and invest in my own. You know, that's you know, more important to me than anything in the world, for sure.
Man, well, I appreciate you, man, you know, taking the time. You know, I know interviews, you know, sometimes you just want to get them over with, but man, I appreciate you.